Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making the most flavorful, delicious apple pie. The other day I made some pie crust in anticipation of using it to make our apple pie. Today we are going to use a combination of Granny Smith's apple and honey crisp. You want to use apples that are a little firm. You don't want really soft apples like Golden Delicious and Gala apples. They will probably just kind of melt. So that way we are just going to peel our apple. This is about 3 pounds of apple. You can use any tool to take off the skin of your apple, and some people actually don't take off the skin, so it's up to you how you want it. I feel like it's aesthetically more pleasing. We are done with our apples. I'm just going to core them. You can either core them like this or you can use a knife and just slice them. And then we'll start to slice them. You want to cut them into 1/4 to 1/8 inches, trying to get them all the same size. Careful not to cut your fingers. If you don't have a way to core it, you can just slice it open and take out the core. Not having the right equipment is not an excuse. We are done with cutting our apples. Now we are going to move over to the stove top. Alright, so we turn on the heat, medium fire. We are going to melt 1 stick of butter or 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. We're going to let it melt. So to this we are going to add our apple, our 3-pound apple, and we'll add some lemon juice to prevent it from oxidizing. That was about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. To this we are going to add 2/3 cup of Golden Monk sweetener. We want to mix it all through so that every aspect of this apple will be marinated in it. And now we'll start adding our spices. We add a teaspoon of kosher salt. Every time you're making anything sweet, you need to make sure that you add salt to bring the sharpness out, and it's a great contrast. If not, the taste will be so flat. A teaspoon of ground nutmeg. 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon. Couldn't make an apple pie without cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon of sweet paprika. Teaspoon of cumin. A teaspoon of homemade ground ginger. And then we'll mix. Finally, 2 tablespoons of homemade vanilla extract. Of course, the vanilla is optional, but it gives it that extra. Boy, this smells amazing. We are going to let it simmer for about 2 minutes. Wow, that looks and smells really good. And you can see how much shrinkage has happened with this. It looks amazing. Smells amazing. And then we're going to add 1/2 cup of flour. You can also add cornstarch as a binder. I prefer to use flour because it does not have that extra taste. Mix it. You can see how the flour is literally sucking up most of that extra juice. Then we'll turn up the heat and take it off the heat and let it cool. We have to let it cool completely before we can add it to our homemade pie crust. Now, if you want to quicken that process, you can put it in the refrigerator. We are going to transfer it into a bowl. Our apple pie filler has cooled down to room temperature to the point where you can literally touch it. You don't want it to be hot because you don't want it to melt the pie crust. We made the pie crust and we froze it. Literally, it is solid. Now, what we're going to do is to fill the pie crust, then roll the top, and then get it all ready. Our oven is preheated to 400 degrees, so let's get going. If you make your pie crust in advance, what you want to do is to bring it out 20 minutes or so, or for apple pie, you can bake it straight out of the freezer. But I brought out the second crust and I'm leaving it out for about 20 minutes so that it will be easier to roll. You can see literally after we have frozen it, all the little bit in there, those specks are all butter, crust in our butter that has already solidified. And that's how we want it because it's going to make that crust much crunchier and amazing. So now let's go ahead and fill this crust, and it is okay to mound it up a little bit. You want to press it down. Be sure to make sure that none of your filling touches the edges of your crust because you don't want it to burn. Now we are going to set the crust aside while we roll the topping. I'll just flour the dough mat generously, then remove the dough from the wrap. Because we made this previously, you can see all the specks of butter on the dough. Flour. Now to roll this, you want to roll it. You roll a 1/4 of an inch, you turn it. We also want to flour our rolling pin, and then we roll. Then we turn, turn, turn. If it cracks a little bit, that's okay. Just keep rolling. Okay, after rolling it, and because we're doing a lattice, so we're gonna just trim out this with a pizza cutter, and then you can try cutting it. The width doesn't have to be the same. You just do your best. Nothing is exact. So now what we want to do is to take the large strips, lay them like that over the largest portion. And then what you want to do is to flip every other one. So we'll do that and that. We'll place this like that, and then we'll fold it back down, and then we'll flip this and we put them like that, and we'll fold it back. So that's done. And then we'll start here. Depending on how tight you want them, we'll flip this one and this one, place it back down, this and this, add these to the side. That's how easy it is to make the lattice. Then cut the extras, and then you fold it in. Then you can pinch, and that's our apple pie. Now, next what we're going to do is to egg wash this so that we can get that beautiful golden delicious look. So we just add 1 full egg and beat it. Now you can add milk, but either way it doesn't matter. Then we gently make sure that we get every aspect of the crust, making the effort to avoid the bulbs. We don't want it to look brown and nasty when it comes out of. We want all the browning on the pie crust, and it is very, very important to get every aspect of the pie crust, because if not, you're gonna have some areas that are brown and some that are not brown. We want that golden delicious color, what we're going for. You know, this is like we're coming into the holiday season, and of course holiday season is notorious for being season for pie, all kinds, apple, pumpkin, any pie that you can think of. Amazing. It is always good if you can bake your own as opposed to getting the store-bought. You may even want to bake a few and give some to your neighbor, depending on how close you are with them, making sure that they are not allergic to anything that you put into the pie. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we are going to put it on a tray and make a foil tent just to cover it so that it does not brown on the edges, and then we'll put it in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 hour. We'll set the timer and we'll come back after it is ready. The apple pie is done. The oven timer has gone off. Let's go check. Wow, look at that. This is gorgeous. But you see what I was telling you about making sure that you get every aspect. So when this kind of shrunk, I did not get this area. But nonetheless, it looks beautiful. We are going to keep it in the oven for about 1 hour until it cools down. Then we can cut into it literally and try it to see how it is. I mean, you can still see some of the juices bubbling up. It smells amazing. It looks amazing. Can't wait. The apple pie has cooled down. Our homemade ice cream is ready. So here we go. Let's have a taste test. I'll get a nice plate. Let's see. The first one is always the hardest one to get out. Trying to get that. Oh, just look at that. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yum. Let's taste it without the ice cream. Wow, let's try the crust. Crust is nice, crumbly, amazing, flavorful. Now, time to scoop my ice cream. This is a soft serve. That nothing like hot apple pie and ice cream. Perfect. I want it to melt. All right, let's try with the ice cream. This is so good. This was made with monk fruit. Amazing. 0 glycemic index, 0 calorie, sweetener. Guilt-free pleasure. Amazing. This is so good. Delightful. You can have your guilt-free pleasure and enjoy it knowing that you made it. You know how you made it. You know everything that is in it. Everything is natural. Of course, A2 milk used to make the ice cream. Try this at home. You will never ever buy store-bought apple pie again. You will make it to your taste. You can put any seasoning that you want. It is so delightful, so flavorful. You'll be amazed. This video has been a value to you. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you will be notified when we upload new videos. This is Dr. Okeke. Thank you and God bless.